It is 5 Eastern, 4 5 Eastern, 4 Central, and we are live. So I switched time zones, and I still have in the back of my mind that I'm doing my live at 5, which I am for the people that are in the Eastern time zone. However, for me, it is Central Time. I am still not used to things move so differently here in this location. Things move so much slower, like in this time zone. And so right now, I'm still attempting to get used to being in the Central time zone. And so I just looked at the live that I had already set up, and I was like, wait a minute, my clock says 4 o'clock, and I'm like, you know, light bulb moment, blonde moment. Like, girl, get it together, pull it together. Hey there, hello, welcome, come on in, share the video, please. Welcome. But I'm like, just pull it together, ma'am, because, you know, yeah, you're all off with the time. So everybody, let me know. Hi, hello. Let me know when you come in that you can hear me okay, that the audio is good, that the video is fine, and we are not like messing up. I'm not going to try to rush right through this intro because sometimes it takes a little minute for my internet settled out here. I don't have Wi-Fi yet. I have to find a company to get some Wi-Fi set up so that I may have a little more stability with the Wi-Fi than I do just using, my cell phone. So yeah, that's where we are. So hello everybody. Can you guys hear me? Am I talking to myself, or can you hear me just fine? I'm gonna take my time to get some answers. We have a little bit of a delay, I can see. Hello, Audacity Dawn. Hello, how you doing? Hello, Queen, first one in the room today. Hello, how are you doing? G Mama Grows, hello, how are you? Pescatarian Gardener, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Harvin Q, how you doing? Good to see you in the building today. Hold on, as a matter of fact. Here you go. Hello. Hi, Brooke Jimerson, how are you today? Good to see you. Everybody hear me? Hi, Erica Taylor, how you doing, my friend? Amina, is that Amina? Yeah, hi, Amina, how are you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Hi, Anna Nana Garden 8B, how are you doing? Good to see you in the chat today. My own beautiful, hello, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in to spend a few minutes with me. It's not my plan to have you here very long. Yep, it's me, Uncle G. Hey, Uncle G. Hey, TLC in the garden. How are you doing? So today, it's not my plan. Wait, what? Mrs. Queen, what? Mrs. Queen, how do you know that? Oh my gosh. How do you know that, Mrs. Queen? Where did you get this information? Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was, yeah. You totally threw me off guard with that, because I literally have, yeah. Hadn't said anything publicly. Oh, that man is the one that, oh, it was him. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Yes. Eco Neighbor and I have a grandbaby on the way. So yeah, he let the cat out the bag. He let the cat out the bag. Hey, girl, with Hudson. I see him. Hey, Renaissance, my Renaissance grandma. But thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, um, I guess he is as excited as I am. I am super excited. Um, and like I just cannot stop smiling. I have been I've been over the moon, and I am trying with everything in me to not just go and like buy those baby people out, for everything that they have, just buy them out and all of that. So yeah, um, yeah, I totally did know that he had said something, but yeah, our oldest daughter is expecting a baby, so yeah, we're pretty excited about it, and we only have a couple of months to go, and we'll have a new grandbaby. So thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Greengrass Bros, how are you doing? Thank you. So I wanted to come in. Y'all hit the thumbs up button. Like, if you're here because you support, like, I promise it's not gonna cut you or any of that. Like, just hit the thumbs up button just to show support for the video, to let YouTube know that you actually like the channel, actually like being here. The channel it's growing, and I'm always grateful, and I am one who I am perfectly fine with slow growth, with doing things. Thank you all for hitting the thumbs up. For doing things in a way, I try to live like a decent life. So I am okay with growing slow. I'm okay with, not having all of, the big support and all of that. Just, I want to make sure that this channel remains somewhere, I guess safe is the first word that comes in, I just want to make sure that it remains that way. And I know the bigger a channel grows, the more crazies are gonna come in with their negativity. I had to block a couple of people, just off of a post. One of my posts, one of the posts where I always hashtag Gigi's Gems, had to block a couple of people literally just off of a positive post, because some people, they only want chaos. They don't want anything else. They only want chaos. They want to, their whole goal and their whole mission is just to go around and to just start trouble. And I was having a conversation with one of my high school classmates just a couple of days ago, and we were talking, just having a really a deep spiritual conversation. And one of the things that I reminded her was, like, there was a scripture in the Bible where God was asking the enemy, what are you doing? Where are you going? And his response was, I'm just going to and fro, just basically causing trouble, causing division, seeking who I can destroy. And so that's what I want to protect this channel from. That's why I don't like get into mess. Like, there's no public mess. There's none of that stuff. Like, everybody has somebody that they don't agree with, have disagreements with, and I'm no exception, to the rule, because I have my opinion about a little bit of everything, and it's mine to have. And I'm also very protective of my space. I'm very protective of my energy. I'm protective of my family, their space and their energy. And so if anything happens outside of that, then yeah, I mean, like, I know a lot of people say there's nothing to this zodiac thing and this and that, but if it's not to you, it's not. But for me, I'm an Aries, and like if you come wrong, you can get some of that. So I just try my very best to just keep the peace, you know, keep it nice, keep it cute, keep it classy, because like things can just go very, very wrong. They can go off, and I don't seek to leave any of that stuff on a social platform, you know, to the G Tribe, the GG Naturals brand itself. So I want to keep it like, I keep it love, you know, I want to keep it great for the people who are actually looking for a peaceful place to be. So with that, that means slow growth. That means a lot of people are not going to share your videos out because there's no drama. A lot of people are not going, you know, to see you as exciting and fun and whatever it is that people like, whatever they're drawn to, whatever that certain entertainment factor is. You know, you won't get all of the explosion because, you know, there's just no drama to be shared out or whatever. So if good vibes is what you like, thank you, Mrs. Queen. If good vibes is what you like this is the spot, because literally that's all you're gonna get from me until I get to the point where something irritates me. Then I'm gonna tell you about the fact that it irritates me. Other than that, you know, you're gonna get the internet side of me. That's what you're gonna get. They're missing a good channel. I think so too, Erica Taylor. But you know, to each his own. Like, if you're not about peace, go somewhere else. Don't come over here. I'm good. I'm good with slow growth. I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. I'm just perfectly fine with it. I don't do drama. Homestead in the hood. How you doing, sis? Peace and blessings to you. And I know that's right. Don't have time for it. Unable to keep typing. Hey everyone. Hey Marmar. How are you doing? All right. Jay Jack, how you doing, sis? Good to see you in the chat. Yes, I hear you good. So the time difference messed me up last week. Yeah, it messes me up every week, and so I've been having to tell myself 4. But I set my my live stream yesterday, and I still mentally I set it for 5 o'clock, and so I just had to cancel that one out and then just jump on here real quick. So yeah. Hey Nick Thomas, how are you? Sorry about that. My fingers, I was touching things and I went off, and yeah, I'm sorry about it. How are you doing? Good. OG Gardner, hello, how are you doing? Ebony, how are you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Playing with Dexter. Hey Dexter. Finally able to catch it live again. I'm glad you're here. So I wanted to just come in real quick and see how you guys are doing. I missed the last 2 weeks. I wasn't sick or anything. Nothing was wrong. Like, there's a lot. Like, I have a lot going on. I don't know why it feels like Tuesdays are just so busy. Like, it feels like everything happens on a Tuesday for some reason. And I don't know if that's just because it's a challenge for me. It's a sacrifice for me to come on here on Tuesday. I don't know why, but it just seems like everything happens on a Tuesday. All right, so you may have to catch the replay. Choppy, the lives are choppy. Okay, all right, that was my fault. I just went out, but this one is going pretty well. I noticed one several weeks back was kind of choppy in the beginning, but it kind of smoothed out as time went on. But anyway, just had to check my internet, make sure that the strange Wi-Fi was not trying to pop in. But anyway, so I wanted to just like get you all feedback on some things, because I've recently, hey Yankee sister, how you doing? I've recently, been, as I'm listening to people, I'm listening to a lot of people talk about the things that are happening around us, the things that are going on. And, some of the things I agree with what people are saying about us and the struggles that we have, that are facing us right now, but that are also coming ahead of us. And we can see some of that stuff, like, I don't know if you guys saw the article of the people living in like caves and stuff, trying to avoid the heat from this sun. Okay, I'll just say that, and I know most of you probably know what I'm referring to. So they're having to live in caves because they don't have any power anymore. They don't have any electricity. Don't know how long it's going to last. It's a whole nother country, and so we have to understand that, like, before the world ends, this is probably going to be some of the stuff that we face. Okay? And so I heard somebody, I just thought it was, I don't know, it just shook me to hear a person say, get all you can in terms of debt, in terms of material goods, get all you can before the collapse happens. And I don't know how you all feel about that. You can tell me if you want. Like, it's all your opinion. I'm not going to beat you up if that's how you feel. But it just kind of shook me, because I was thinking to myself, like, why would someone feel like that? And so I was thinking, well, perhaps a lot of people lose hope when it comes to situations that they feel like they can't control. G-Mama Girls, fires, floods. Yeah. So we're facing all of that type of stuff. We're facing some things. When you see them, they're going to shake you. Bland's Promised Land Ranch. I was watching one of their videos this morning, and Eric was talking. He was showing actually a fire that was destroying. It looked to be like a whole community, or at least a neighborhood. Like, it was destroying. Hey, AJ's Green Thumb, how you doing? The fire was humongous, and it was literally destroying this neighborhood. And so he was shocked. He was driving home and saw this fire, and he was just amazed at how big it was. Now, it even looked big on camera, and sometimes on camera, you can't really tell, like, really how large or small something is, but this thing even looked huge on camera. So I can't even imagine what he was seeing, and you can just feel like the raw emotion from Eric in this video, where he was talking about how huge this was. So I just asked myself, why would someone feel like they need to get all of the material goods that they can possibly get before a SHTF situation happens? Because if something like a fire happens right behind that, and that there will be, when those situations happen, you know, there are always people are going to be setting things on fire. Um, People are going to be breaking things. They're going to be looting and all of this stuff. And I'm like, what good is that really going to do you? How is it going to benefit you? And then you don't know what is on the other side of a collapse. So if you haven't really lived through the type of collapse that they're saying that we're going to experience, then you really don't know what is on the other side of that collapse. And now one thing I know for sure is that, you know, people are innovative and there's a lot of resourcefulness that comes with people. And therefore, that means people will rebuild things. They'll do some things that you just can't even imagine in terms of trying to get back to some sense of normalcy, right? And so when you're trying to get back to some sense of normalcy, if you have gone through and you have robbed and pillaged and did all the dirty that you can possibly do, and you have put yourself in a situation where you've gotten a bunch of stuff, you went and bought this and bought that and bought all this stuff that you knew full well that you couldn't afford. You knew you couldn't afford it, but you went and you bought all of this stuff anyway. And then it makes you on the other side of the collapse. Do you think people are not going to remember that if you survive? Do you really think that all of this computerized information is just going to magically disappear? It's not going to magically disappear. I can guarantee you that some of these Gen Zers with their innovative selves are going to find a way or have already invented ways to store all of this information about you. And so what are you going to do on the other side of the collapse? I think a lot of people believe that the world is just about to end. It would probably be better if the world just ended, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, okay? It would probably be better if the world just ended. But that is not likely what's going to happen. It's more likely that the world is going. All right, I just had a little internet moment there. That's what that was. But you're absolutely right. You know, a lot of times, you know, people don't want, they don't want to see far down the line. They don't want to see any of the whatever the correction. Gigi must be saying something good. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. But I'm just not gonna touch the screen. I'm gonna try my very best to just read fast as the comments scroll by. You actually should not die in debt. There's still a piece to pay for doing so. That's all I can see. But yeah, Homestead in the Hood. You know, it's just, I don't know, sometimes I don't know why, like, some of our mindsets are like that, but it also reflects the way that a lot of people currently live as well. No, it wasn't you. It was definitely me, Yankee Sister. It was definitely me. But it also, that mindset also reflects the way people currently live, because they live in that same type of chaos. You know, they live with that same type of mentality. Let me just get, whether I need it or not for the moment. Then that type of mindset makes it to save because they're just living for right now. And then when you start telling them, you know, hey LP, you need to be saving something for a rainy day, they like, you know, but what if it never rains? You can't save everybody. You just can't. You can't save everybody. So you have to do and find your tribe of people that are willing to work together, to work hard in order to survive. If you want to, so you need to have a tribe of people that are in your corner, a tribe of people that have your back, no matter how bad and how this situation gets. You need to have people around you who are willing to really like go to war with you, so to speak. And I mean, it just may be that way. You have other people who are ready. They're training, and we're still sitting here trying to convince you that you need to have some seeds stored somewhere, that you need to be learning how to play in this dirt, play in this soil. You need to learn how to do some things for yourself. You need to learn how to do repairs on things. You need to learn to stitch a wound. You need to learn how to mix some herbs. Whatever it is, whatever gift that you have, use it. Whatever, if you have a skill, use that skill. So it just shows, when people say things like that, it kind of shows where they are in life. That mindset is the reason why you are where you are in your life. So you got to stay ready. Yes, barbecue. Got to stay ready. Got to stay ready. And it is sad. And this is why in everyday life, with the simple things, you have to make sure that you are aligned with people who are like-minded. Align yourself with people who are already doing great things, already going to places that you want to go, experiencing things that you want to experience. But for some reason, it's like marriage, for instance. Let me just use something simple. Well, it's not simple, but let's just use something simple like a marriage, like a relationship. We've been for 25 years. 25 consecutive. That means never divorced. That means never separated. That means consecutive. That means that no, we haven't lived apart from each other. We like none of that. 25 consecutive years living together, working together, growing together, doing all of this stuff. But people will look at you and go to the next single person to get advice about relationships. As a matter of fact, they will blow up a single person's relationship channel. They'll blow them up. They will make them multi-millionaires because they will share every single video. They will make what they say the gospel truth about relationships. And they can't have a 2-year relationship to save their soul. But people will take those single people with failed relationships and they will make them the be all end all. They will make them the resource for going to get relationship information when you have people like for 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 years. They don't want to hear from us. They would rather hear from the drama-filled people. They would rather get gardening information from the new gardeners who are just better entertainers. They would rather get information from somebody who is just learning or not even, there's just nowhere near the same type of experience. rather than to get it from someone who could actually give real information, who can actually give truthful information, who can actually tell you how to do it. They don't want to hear from you. You're not the right type of entertainment. You don't have the right look. There's just something about it that they just don't want it. They don't want your information. And so they rather get it from the other people who, I don't know. I don't know what the attraction is. They don't want to hear. Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner said on one of my videos exactly what you said, and my peppers are this year. And I'm like, yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. Because that information came from doing. It came from experience. It came from growing my own peppers. It came from making my own peppers explode in growth and getting pepper harvest almost every day. It came from experience. But for some reason, people don't want that. They don't want that. They rather have the drama. The drama is just too exciting. It's just too exciting. Hey, Erica, my fly family. How are you doing, sis? They don't want that. They just don't. It's not good enough. It's not exciting enough. It just, you know. So if you're out there and you're giving people information, you're giving them valuable information, and they don't want to take it and they don't want to use it because of who it came from, oh well. Oh well. Let them have those weak pepper harvests. Let them go and learn the hard way, when they could have just taken the information instead of worrying about who the messenger was giving the information. They were, you know, it wasn't packaged right. The message that they didn't like, they didn't care for, so they refused to take the information. Yeah, Mrs. Queen, I'm weak pepper harvest. Yeah. So, hey, Essayon's Family Garden, how you doing? Don't miss the message for all the time. They so focused on who the message comes through that, you know, they don't want to be great. They don't want to do great things. They don't want to do great things. They don't want to be great. They want to be entertained and entertaining. So you have to let people take what they want from who they want. It's all good. It's all gravy. Because guess what? Me and green grass grows. Baby, listen. We're going to keep on doing big things together. We're going to keep on doing great things together. Green Grass Grows didn't know me from Cherry. Didn't know me. But she knew I was giving some information that she had already experienced as well. Information with each other. We can grow together. We can build together. We can make each other grow and be great. Big things are going. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big things. Big things. So, you know, I don't know why it's like that. It just is. But, you know, you have to align yourself. That's why I said again, Urban Gardening Chronicles. Hello, how you doing, sis? Um, just let people do them. It takes a village to be great. I wish I could pin that. I wish I could pin that. I really wish I could pin that. Ooh, let me see. Nick Thomas said, people like to garden, but most don't love, let alone like working in the garden. Gotta fall in love with the process. I mean, it's a beautiful process, Nick. It's a beautiful process. And I love to be outdoors. Ooh, they lack wisdom. That's why they're seeking advice and info from the inexperienced person. You know, the content creators, we just do what we can do. Our only job as content creators is to plant the seed for you. We can't come to your space and do it for you. Our only job is to plant. You got to plant the seed. Whether somebody takes your advice or not, it's up to, it's on them. It'll be their loss. It'll be them lacking the experience. They are the ones that are going to hurt. They're the ones that are going to be left behind because they preferred the entertainment. They preferred the entertainment. So, fine with me. Fine with me. You want to keep on with that jacked up relationship? Go ahead. Fine with me. Want to keep up them jacked up peppers? Go ahead. Perfectly fine with me. Perfectly fine with me. Because I'm gonna be working on everybody. I'm gonna be working on every day mine. We're not here to try to impress folks. We're here. Hold on, let me see if I can catch it. Keep being you, Gigi Naturals. Paraphrasing a quote. We are not here to impress folks. We're here to make you comfortable enough to try. That's it. That's it. That's it right there. It's all about just helping you to get to a point where you say, I can do this too. I can do this. We want you to know that you can do, regardless out there, regardless of whether you got werewolves out we got werewolves out here. So regardless, we go outside and we do what has to be done because we're trying to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. Hey Shakira, how you doing? We're trying to accomplish what we need to get done. And the only way we're going to do that is that we have to get up and move. We have to be working. I just saw a video today where the guy was talking about how to keep the flies away. That's one of our big problems. Flies and gnats. Lord. They annoying. And he had them little trees. I remember the little trees that we used to hang in the old cutlass. Yeah, those trees back then. Vanilla scented, he said. Get the vanilla scented trees and hang them around your home, hang them around your door. The flies, he said, don't like the scent. He has experienced this because he has a homestead. He has animals. And therefore, he has a bunch of flies. And so he was giving this information saying, hey, we hung one in the kitchen. We hung one at the front door. We hung one at the back door. And now, guess what? We don't have flies hanging around. You'll have some people saying, hey, Vessia Journey, hey, GG&G Tribe in the ads. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you have some people who are just like I didn't find his video entertaining, but I wasn't trying to either. But the information that he gave was valuable. And guess what? Doesn't matter what I felt about him as a person, as an individual, I am going to get them old school trees. And we're going to have them trees hanging up in this RV. Hey, Veggie Farm, how you doing, sis? We're going to have them vanilla scented trees hanging up here in the RV. I'm going to make me some vanilla scented lotion to go on when I go outside, because for some reason they love to be on me. Yep, the one, yeah, Miss Queen, the ones that you used to hang in the old car back in the days. You might be too young, but yeah, them trees. Get the vanilla scented ones. He swears that these have been the things that have been working for him on his homestead. So guess what? Don't matter what I felt about him. Don't matter what I felt about the quality of his video. Don't matter what I felt about how corny he was. None of that matters. I went for the information who had experienced that before. So, yep. Diamond in the back. Yep. We're going to have some trees. We're going to have some trees. And this whole RV is about to be smelling off with vanilla. I'm going to spray the doors down. I'm going to get a diffuser to put off in here. I hate the smell of them, but it's come to the sanity of not being bothered by flies. Exactly. Exactly. So if there's something that I can do in order to make things better for myself, then guess what I'm going to do? Regardless to where I get the information from. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I don't know if all of you on here follow the Eco Neighbor channel. But did y'all see him in the gangster lean on the tractor? So we went ahead and invested in a tractor so that we can get to moving. Whew. We got to get to moving. See, Big Lots. Here go Big Lots sending me a message talking about how much money I got available. Listen, they want to keep you in debt. I paid y'all off for a reason, okay? Big Lots, leave me alone. So we went ahead and got the tractor, and Eco Neighbor has been on that tractor, and he has been working, y'all. When y'all go to his channel, tell him, great job, Eco Neighbor. I learned how to drive it pretty quickly. Only thing that I have not done so far, Eco ain't got no good sense out there on the homestead. Hard work and lots of fun. Yes, Nick, because life is so short. Life is so short. And, you know, we are here today and gone tomorrow. Life is just way too short to be, you know, mad and angry and bitter and all of this stuff. It's just so short. So tell Eco Neighbor I'm proud of him. We proud of him for all that he is doing to get this homestead to a place where I can feel more comfortable to walk out. Because listen, the werewolves, the werewolves. I gotta get a couple of dogs too, because I feel like I would be outside a lot more. Not to mention that it's hot. Like it's just hot here. It's very, very hot. And I feel like we got in a hot spot. You know how you have one room in your house where that's the hot room, that's the cool room. That's what we feel like happened with the land. Like we got the hot land, so we call it West Hill over here. Um, we call it West Hill, and so it's just been really hot. You know, our plants are struggling. They are struggling because it is hot. It's that type of hot. And yesterday, just during the day yesterday, the plants were fine in the morning, and then like we get up and it's humid. So in the afternoon, you know, by the time we went back out, spraying, he was spraying everything down, and I was just like, hey, dang, like even the shampoo ginger lily was struggling, and you don't even have to you don't have to do much of nothing. You don't have to do much of nothing with the shampoo ginger lily, and it was looking like it was breathing hard, like for real. So, yeah, the werewolves for real. I'm gonna have to let him tell y'all about what he saw, what him and our daughter saw the other day. I didn't see it, so I can't really give you like the full visual. Wish I could stay, but dinner prep is awaiting. Be well, everyone. Blessings received, and blessings right back to you, Yankee sister. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Hey, Nikki, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick. Hey, girl, how you doing? So, yeah, it's just been so hot, but I did learn pretty quickly how to drive the tractor. I already know how to drive, like, you know, a manual car. I taught Eco Neighbor actually how to drive a stick shift. Why he gonna deny it? But I did. I taught him how to drive a stick shift. And so it was pretty straightforward, you know, once you kind of get the hang of it, and learning to grab things and lift trees and all of that type of stuff in order to help out the pile, to put some weight on that pile so that we can get that stuff burned, so that we can start getting a place over there to live and eventually get out of this RV. So so it was fun, and you know, we've been having a blast with it. I can see like our driveway, it looks like a driveway now instead of, you know, like lumpty bumpty, all of that. It actually, you know, looks like it's still, you know, dirt, sand, whatever, but it actually looks like a driveway now. So I didn't know how much I was going to enjoy that, but I am enjoying that. Hi, Juan Perez. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. So it has helped tremendously, and to be able to look around and see things that we were actually lifting with our hands, having to watch out for snakes. If you look right here, you see the colors out there? That's what a snake looks like. That's what a rattlesnake looks like. It looks exactly like the woods out there. So we were doing all of that during rattlesnake season by hand, and having to like look at every single thing that we're touching to be sure that that stick right there was not actually one that had fangs. So I'm glad to be able to have the tractor, because you know, we don't have to do so much of that anymore. There's some things that, you know, we aren't able to get to, and so we have to still sort of manually do them, because a lot of the trees that have fallen, they are dead trees, and if you try to pick them up, you know, with the grappler, which is like the fingers, you try to pick them up, you running barbecue, you try to pick them up, they just disintegrate. Like, nice wood chips. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the wood chips. And you know, and another thing that a lot of people, I noticed that a lot of people keep saying to Eco Neighbor, is save some of that wood. Y'all, we got 20 acres of woods. Trust me, we have way, way more than what y'all have seen. This right here is maybe an acre. Yeah. There are 19 more of these back there. I have accidentally picked up so many snakes. Oh my. Oh my. Second time. Wait a minute. It will be the second time somebody walk on water. I can still see my mouth moving, so I think we're fine. But yeah, there are 19 more of these that you see back there. All right. So right now we no we can't save no wood. We need this wood gone. We are going to create. We're going to get the biochar, and we're going to use all of that stuff that we burn, and we're going to spread it, and we're going to push it into our soil in order to let that be one of the things that amends our soil. So right now we ain't saving no wood. We need to get rid of all the wood that we can, and we need to have our area where we are going to be living. We need to have that clean. We need to be able to see. Our trees were actually too young. We did have somebody come by Carbon to check and see if they would buy them, but they're too young. They were too small. They want the bigger trees. Our trees were really tall, but they were not old enough for them to be able to get the size pieces that they were wanting to get. And then on top of that, when you let the puckwooders come into your property, they're gonna leave you a whole mess. We don't need just trees chopped off and then they just take the good pieces and leave all the junk for us to clean up. We didn't need that right now. We needed them trees dug up by the root, which is what we had the people do. We had them being dug up by the root. Might have peed a little on that one. Yeah. I peed a couple of times because I'm telling you. And the first time he said he saw the rattlesnake, and he was like, "Yeah, babe, move that wood right there, and let's see if we can get him out of there." And I was like, "Who? Who? What?" Listen, it's one thing. When I think I see one, it's a whole nother matter when you actually see it. When you actually see the snake and you realize how big a rattlesnake gets. And the well guy, have to go to class. I'll catch up on the replay. Protection, peace, righteous guidance. Peace to you, sis. Yes, we can sell the snakes out here. Yes, we can. But yeah, we're in the country barbecue. We can sell them. We can. And they actually have signs up around here, asking for snakes. So even if it's gone on to glory, I'm still not sure that I would be the one to pick it up, and try to take it to somebody. And then those snakes stink. Like, they stink. So no, I probably won't. There are better ways to make money for me, and that's just not one of them. So, but yeah, they do have signs up around here, like looking for rattlers. So the dug our well, he came back over the other day, and he said that he had in their yard had killed a rattler, and said that it had nine rattles on it. 9 of them. Okay. So a lot of people say, I don't know, because I'm not a snake expert. But a lot of people say that's the number of years on that snake, is the number of rattles that they have. So you're talking about a 9-year-old rattlesnake. You know how big that was? The first time, our first home, we had to get property cleared too. And the rattlesnake that came from in that property trying to run away, he got smushed by a truck. But that rattlesnake was every bit of this big around. Like, they get huge if they're left alone for a long time. Yeah. Had 9 rattles. Is that what they're called? Rattles? They're called rattles. So he said a big snake, that was a big. So when you're talking about, people being out in this type of place, surrounded, we're surrounded by trees. You would have moved, Shakira. Shakira ain't nowhere to run to. We can't go nowhere. So, hey, Sheriff Walker, how you doing? So we have to live with this. So our goal, they need 9 rattles to kill a werewolf. Exactly. They need them. So our goal is to get everything cleaned up, find out what's the best type of grass that we can grow in this area. I want it clean up under my pine trees. Like, I want it clean and I want it neat. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles. Hey, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. Good to see you in the chat. So that's what I want. I want it clean. I want the snake to be able to stand out. Midnight Green. Hello, how are you doing? Hi, Danny Days Homestead. How you doing? I want them to be able to stand out and not blend in. I keep a machete on me at all times. Listen, I can't get that close. Me, I have to keep hot lead. Okay, let's just keep it real. That's what I keep on me at all times. And what Eco Neighbor and our daughter saw the other day running into the woods made me say I need one for the other pocket as well. So I always, every time I'm out on the homestead, I make sure that I always have pockets. Yeah, yes, GT Junior Bros. And then I have, typically I'll have the shotgun laying on the back of the truck, so if one fails, then I got another. So got something else. If one ain't strong enough, I got a little extra. So that's one thing that I love. My everyday carry. I love the shotgun. So I practice with it and make sure that, you got to make sure you get accurate with everything. Planting metal seeds in rattlesnake. Yeah, that part. Yeah. You like the shotty too? Yeah, I do. At least it was running towards the woods and not your place where you sleep. Yeah. Because I don't need it to come up here. We eat chickens they're kind of close to us. And so the chickens, they'll, especially this rooster, y'all, Sean, let me tell you. Sean gets started at about 4 a.m. He doesn't take vacation. He never has any days off. And he doesn't want a vacation either. Sean is our rooster, okay? He don't want a vacation. He likes coming to work. And he's such a bad influence because he's got now one of our hens. He has her making the same noise that he makes, Sean needs to go back to bed. And then sometimes, I guess, if something is going on in the middle of the night, you know, he'll go off. He'll we bought 2 cheap 22 pistols for the snakes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So wake up call is 4 a.m. for Sean. And Sean, one morning, I think because my husband was up and down all night and he was making noise, Sean overslept one morning. And so my body is now getting used to Sean going off at that time. Mentally, I'll be like, oh, Lord, Sean is about to start. He's about to get started. And then a few minutes later, there goes Sean. And so I was like, that morning, I was like, wait a minute. What happened? Sean has not said a word. Harmony Gardens, hey, sis, how you doing? I was like, Sean has not said a word. I looked over at my phone, and it was like 4:40 something. I was like, wait a minute, Sean done overslept. Sean had overslept, honey. And so I got up and I got my light and I went and opened the door and I said, Sean. I started yelling out the door, yelling Sean. Like Sean doesn't know his name, okay? But, you know, I figured if you say it enough when you're talking to him that, you know, he'll eventually learn his name, right? So I'm yelling Sean out the door. Light up there. And I was like, oh, and I'm counting. I count every morning when I get up. Count the chickens, and when we're returning, you know, from somewhere, we're counting the chickens, making sure everybody is accounted for, because we got all types of stuff around here. So, so when Sean, so I saw them moving around because they'll get up on top of the house, on top of the house that we got them, and so I saw them moving around and I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got all of the chickens. And so it closed the door. Then Sean went, and my husband was like, why? He was like, why on earth is she bothering this rooster? And now he gonna get started and he gonna be going for the next hour, and I'm trying to get a little extra sleep before I have to get up out of here. So yeah, I had to wake Sean up one morning because like he was late. He was late. I just wanted to make sure nothing had happened to Sean, because I need some babies around here. I need some more chicken babies running around here. So I wanted to make sure nothing had happened to him. And I'm just like, and my kids were like, Mom, really? Like, really? You woke the rooster, really? Yeah, I had to wake Sean up because, child. No, I yeah. We got rid of all the roosters. Sean is the last one. So we have to depend on him. You know, he mating with all the girls. He doing his thing. So, and we're getting eggs. We have 3 hens left, so we're getting 3 eggs a day. Look, get the spelling right now. Belle's Backyard Garden had to get me straight on the spelling of Sean. This is metrosexual Sean, okay? This ain't the hood Sean from back home. This is the metrosexual Sean, all right? So he's fancy. You know, he got all his fancy hair. He feather leg. He got feathers all the way down his legs, and he got this beautiful copper feather on his saddle. And like this is metrosexual Sean. This is not the hood Sean, okay? So you gotta spell his name right, Sean. All right, you gotta spell his name right. Nope, not no D. This ain't the hood Sean. This is just Sean. This is metrosexual Sean. He's the fancy one, okay? The maintenance one. Yes, that's the one he is. And Green Grass Bros, you know firsthand. He is the high maintenance one. That's the one. Juicy with Jay. What's up, Kelly, bro? How you doing? Nope, not This is the metrosexual Sean. He is high maintenance. He is very high maintenance, okay? He fancy with it. He is fancy with it. Got it. Shirt tucked in. Short. Yes. Yes. Pretty boy. Yes. Pretty Sean. Ain't no pretty Ricky. So it's that one. That's the Sean we got. We had him left. Listen, that gangster, listen, the other one, Debo, Lord, Debo had started a chicken street gang against me, okay? So my husband was like, what is it with you and this rooster? So Debo, he was aggressive. I think I told y'all before, like we had Smokey, Debo, Lester, and Sean, right? So Sean was the one that made the cut. Now Sean was a part of the chicken street gang. He was a part of it. But I let him survive because so Lester, my husband called him Five Toe, but I called him Lester. His pinky toe was kind of turned off. It was turned off to the side like this, so that's why my husband called him Five Toe, because he was deformed right there on the toe. So that's how we had to like look at them and like see what type of features that they had so that we could tell them apart. Because if not, Debo and Sean look, but he cluck like. So Debo and Sean look like twins, but Debo attitude, it was terrible. He had a terrible attitude. So Sean was a part of the clique. He was a part of the three. But Debo would always try to run up on me and attack me, right? And then my husband thought, hey, this is what a rooster does. This is what a man does. He's supposed to be protecting. They were banging. Yes. They had a clique of three. They were banging. And so the way it happened was that they escaped. They flew the coop. No, not initially. I let them out because I was like, there are too many of them in there with my hens. I need them out of there. I don't want any more roosters than one in the pen. My husband negotiated too, and I was like, okay, let's try it for a day and then see what happens, right? So we let them out. Well, that night, they have to have somewhere to go. They get up off the ground, right? So they jumped up on the side of the pen that we have them in. These chickens are pure entertainment. Yeah, aren't they though? Aren't they, Veggie Farm? I be telling the G Tribe members about them every day because they like that. So went out. I noticed that all of them were lined up on top of the they were on top of the fence. That's where they slept for the night. And I was like, man, we got too many roosters anyway. Maybe one of those big old owls over here will grab one of them or something, and like easily take them off our hands. Because like I mentally was not ready to process any of them. And, I wanted them to live a great life, whatever. But hey, if a predator got them, then hey, they got them, right? So when the light came, they jumped back over into the pen. So now I gotta let them out again. I let them out again. They jump up there again in order to stay for the night. But then they don't jump back in. And so I was like, oh cool, they just want to walk around. One of them jumped in, the other three did not. And so Well, the other four did not. So that's when he started the street game. And every time I would come out, RWA Rooster with attitude, right? So every time I would come out the door, Debo would make a beeline coming for me. Yes, GT Jr. HRIC. Yes. So Debo would make a beeline coming for me. And so the other roosters in the gang saw this behavior. And so they would try to all come running at me. As soon as I opened the door, they would all come running towards me. And so I had to hit Debo one day because he was being really aggressive. So y'all crazy. So I hit him, and that made the matter much worse, right? And so now he is like, oh, I'm lady, you are mine. You better be glad I don't have spurs yet, because like he would have gotten me good if he had spurs. So and then so Eco Neighbor in the beginning of the day said his be flying. So Eco Neighbor was like, that's what a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to protect and this and that and whatever. And I'm like, look, Debo gotta go. Ain't no two ways about it. Like, if you want to sleep with Debo, then, you know, have at it. But he gotta go while I'm going. So Debo had to go. So I was like, okay. He got rid of Debo and the rest of the street gang. And then I was just like, man, it is so peaceful. And then Sean, who was left over, he realized that he was alone. Did you start walking? Wait, start walking. Start walking out with a fry. So I was just like, okay, all I knew was, I was like, I don't care what you do with them. A couple of people were supposed to be coming to get some, but they didn't show up. So I was like, I'm not waiting on anybody else telling me that they want these roosters. Like, people really don't be wanting roosters, right? They only want so many. So went to, so once Sean realized that his homies were gone, he started going crazy. He was going crazy. And he was clucking like I had never experienced before, because this is my first time ever having chickens and my first time even being around chickens up close and personal like this. And so he went crazy for probably a good week, and then every now and again, like every other day, he'll start to do it again. And I'm like, dude, you are the man in charge. You the HRIC, you know? So you gotta like just pipe down and go ahead and mate with the girls, right? And so I'm just like, it's so much more peaceful. Can you imagine 5 roosters? And let me tell y'all how we eliminated them, how we did the process of elimination. So there were 5 of them total, chicks in the hood. There were 5 of them total. Y'all with these jokes, I cannot wait to go back and read these comments. 5 of them total. So we knew we wanted like a metrosexual, right? Because he got to be pretty, right? He's gonna be on the homestead. He's gonna be making babies. He's got to be pretty. Debo had to go. There was no two ways about it. Debo Frog 79, how you doing? Debo had to go. He was out of there. Lester had the messed up toe, so he was out of there. Smokey he wasn't as golden as the other ones, so he was out of there. His hair was not as long, and he didn't have the copper, color on him, so he had to go. And then the last one, what was wrong with the last one? I think he was very similar to Smokey, right? Sean, a pretty mother feather. Yes. Y'all are a mess. Yes. Yes, Sean. He's pretty. Now, Debo actually was the prettiest one. You know, he was the man. But Debo was way too aggressive, and I didn't want to deal with that coming out of my door every day. So that was the process of elimination. The bad toe, you know, Mr. Five Toe, the two that looked like Smokey, and Debo that had to go. And so Sean was the next best looking one, even though he wasn't the HRIC, you know, and he's still trying to get used to being that. He was the better looking one. He looked like, you know, he'll produce some good, strong stock. And so we were like, yeah, you're going to stay and you're going to give us babies. So that's how we did the process of elimination. That's how we did it. So, yeah, I know it's a little interesting. Weird, but you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but when it came to these roosters, y'all sure did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Listen, do you want to keep on getting babies, you know, with them toes like that? No, you're not going to keep on doing it. In the wild, they do the same thing. It's like a process of elimination. And so the ones that you feel like have the strongest genes, the strongest stock, that's the one that you're going to keep babies coming, right? So yeah, breed standard is everything when it comes to livestock, right? So that's how we did it. That's how we did it. We made sure that we got one that had, you know, like he's a good looking something. Eco Neighbor took them somewhere. He took them somewhere. So I don't know where they are. I didn't care. I just needed them gone. Lester was gonna pass on that extra toe gene. It was a cricket toe. It was a cricket toe. Yeah. So yeah, he was gonna pass that on. So we were like, nah, we can't have, you know, our chickens running around like that. And then, you know, when people start to buy chickens from us, they're gonna be like, what is wrong with his toe? Like, what? You don't have another one? We don't want that. We don't want that. We wanted to make sure that, you know, when we get ready to sell some, there'll be, you know, some good looking chicks. There'll be some good looking chicks. So Eco was telling it straight this morning. Yes, he did. I did not even know. Brad, the Convert Canoe. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Scratching sideways. Right. Scratches ain't even straight, you know? Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, we were just trying to think ahead, you know? We trying to plan for the future, like we talked about in the beginning, right? You gotta have vision. Where there's no vision, you know, your future is going to suffer. So yeah, that's what we were trying to do. But anyway, guys, I thank you all so much for coming in just to hang out with me for a little while. Let me find out Lester had 50 toes. He did though. Barbecue, he did though, sis. He was definitely pigeon-toed. He was definitely pigeon-toed. So yeah, y'all, it has been wonderful. It's been great. I went ahead and cooked dinner a little bit early, so Eco Neighbor can have food when he gets here. So I was able to stay on a little long. I didn't expect to be on here this long, but y'all crazy. Y'all gave me something to talk about. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And please share out the video. I think I got a thing where you can share clips. So if you see some moments on here, you see some funny moments or some just fun moments or some educational moments that you want to share out, share a clip. It'll let you do a clip, and then it'll let you send it out on your other social media platforms. So there are many ways to support the channel. Lisa Williams. Hey, Lisa. How you doing, Lisa? So just, you know, whatever you feel on your heart, just, you know, if you could share it out, that would be great. I would appreciate it. I appreciate good people, you know, being here on the channel to share and to grow with us. So Thank you so much. And Homestead Aquarius, how you doing? I had a blast. Y'all be safe and keep stacking, growing. This is Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I gotta get used to it. Jay's Life Out Loud, my brother. What's up? What's up? I gotta get used to it. It's still going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, 4 p.m. Central. So I just gotta get used to saying it. So I think I'm just gonna start putting both of them on my cover photo and just be like 5 Eastern, 4 Central. And that way for me mentally I can get used to being in the Central time zone. So thank you again, and I will see you guys on next Tuesday, God willing. Peace and blessings to all of you, and I will see you guys the next time. All right, take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and have a great night, have a great evening, have a great weekend. All right, take care, guys.